hope everybody's okay. Coming on today to do a card. The last few days my arthritis has been really playing up on me really badly, and my mojo decided to get up and go. Yeah, no motivation, no mojo. Came in here yesterday and just sat looking out the window at the sea and what have you. So I decided to try and bring my mojo back from its holidays, that I would set myself a personal challenge. Okay, and these are great. These are absolutely fantastic. So I decided in my wisdom that I was going to use 2 colours of ink pads. So I went with the Balmy Blue, of course, and the Highland Heather. Okay, so I decided, yeah, definitely going to use them colours. Them colours remind me of summer. So then, to go a bit further, I decided I was going to use the Beautiful Blizzard stamp set. Okay, so Highland Heather you wouldn't really associate with winter, would you? Or the Balmy Blue, that's more of a turquoise colour. So I decided, yeah, I'm going to do these cards. I'm going to do them with them 2 ink pads, that stamp set. And the only difference I've made in the cardstock is the very vanilla. Okay, so I know you're all thinking, my God, Mel, Balmy Blue, Highland Heather and very vanilla. Bit dicey there, you know. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Okay, so I thought, right, well, I'll start off and I'll just stamp one of my cards. Just going to use the stamp set, nothing else. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my very vanilla layer, put your teeth in, Mel, and we're just going to use the stamp set. So I'm going to use the cluster of snowflakes. Okay, if you know me, you know I love snowflakes. I love the snow. Don't like the winter, but I love the snow. Okay, so just mounted that in our block. And I'm going to open both of these. So this is my very own personal challenge to try and bring my mojo back off its holidays. I think it went away with the hubby. He's been over in Newcastle upon Tyne since, when did he go? Sunday. He went on Sunday and they're due to fly back in today. So maybe he'll bring me mojo back with him. Who knows? Okay, so there's my very vanilla cardstock. Okay, we can all see that. I've just opened the 2 lids of my inks. Okay, so I do need my Stampin' Scrub. Bear with. Where's my Stampin' Mist? I did put it on my shelf. It's not on my shelf. What in the world have I done with it? See? Mojo gone. It should be, yeah, it's still wet enough from the last time I used it. So, where am I going to put this now? Right, I'll step it. Can't have it on there. I'll put it on my knee. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my, it just fell off my knee, my Balmy Blue. So I'm stamping off and stamping on. Stamping off, stamping on. Stamping off, stamping on. And I'm not paying any particular attention. I'm just going with the flow. Okay, so now I need my Stampin' Scrub. That fell off my knee. Clean it on that side. So now I'm going in with the Highland Heather, and again, don't care where it's going, don't even care if it's stamping properly. Okay, so there's my Highland Heather, and I'm going to come back in and I'm going to do some darker balmy blue. So I thought, I'm not going to use any DSP, I'm going to make my own. So hey presto, we've made our own DSP. Okay, so there's my layer. So at this point, this is our DSP. This is my other layers, okay? So you're thinking, yeah, but Mel, you need a sentiment. Well, we'll get to that. We're just going to layer these off first. So notice I've not gutted any of my cardstock or anything. In fact, I'm new to all this. This is my first attempt at a card. But I knew I wanted to make a card. And I'm sorry if you can hear this, but it is a metal tip. I'm trying to keep it above the card because I know some of you don't like it and some of you wear earphones and stuff. Come on, flipping hands. Just talk amongst yourselves, have a cup of tea and let me get some more glue. So you are watching this in real time. This is Tuesday. Don't ask me the date because I haven't got a clue, but I know it's Tuesday. There we go. It's more like it. And the reason I know it's Tuesday is because Stampin' Up have a promotion going on at the minute. All the birthday celebration stamp sets are all at 15% off. Okay, so that's how I know it's Tuesday. And I do believe it is the 23rd. Hope I'm right. And the promotion is only going to last 24 hours. So if you're on the fence, I'd jump off it quick. Okay, again, sorry for the scratching. Okay, so there's my layers, and I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. And of course it's gorgeous because you've made it. So then I'm going to take some rhinestones and I'm just going to pick a few random snowflakes to put the rhinestones on because I don't want them on every single one. I don't want to overburden to look at, you know. Oh, here we go again with the jumping dimensionals, rhinestones. Now they always say you should work in odd numbers, but of course I'm a newbie, okay, and that means nothing to me. Apparently odd numbers is more pleasing to the eye. Well, I don't know. Oops. So I'm putting 4 on. Let me see. No, I'll put it up here. So I've got 4 on there. Okay, that's all I've put on. And I think that looks beautiful, and I'm putting my cardstock away. So I'm absolutely made up with that. Now I need to do a sentiment. Okay, well the purple is more prominent there, so I'm going to go for a blue sentiment. Snowflakes are unique in their own beautiful way. That's lovely, we'll have that. I'm going to mount it on my block. And I'm going to stamp it out. In the balmy blue. You can't really see up there, can you? So I'm just going to stamp it out over here because I want to conserve my cardstock. At this point I'm looking at it and thinking 3 layers. You know, it's not just the weight I'm thinking of, but it's also me cardstock and all. So I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to cut this out, and I'm a terrible cutter anyway. If I have to cut a straight line, I have to use my trimmer. Sorry, that's just me. Okay, so for straight lines, no, Mel is as useless as... Okay, so we're taking this all the way down. And you know what? I've just watched some woman there on YouTube and she went round the edges of her cardstock. So I'm going to do that rather than use another layer of my cardstock. So I'm just going to go round these edges. And she used just a household sponge. Yeah. And it looked absolutely gorgeous. So I can save some cardstock by doing it like this. What do you think? Do you think that looks alright? Okay, so now I'm going to pop it up on a couple of these foam dot things. What do they call them? Dimensionals? So I'm only putting 2 on. But these are cheap enough anyway. You can find them anyway. But they just give you that bit of lift. And I'm just going to put that right in the centre there, I think. Well, what do you think of my first attempt at a card? Do you think that's okay? Do you think somebody would love to get that? I do. Someone would be made up to get that. So I'm absolutely over the moon with that one. So we're going to take it up a bit. And this was talked about on one of our group chats the other day. See, they don't think I'm watching, but I'm watching. So I'm going to take it up a bit. And how I'm going to take it up a bit is I used the die cut. I managed to get my hands on that. I was over the moon because I love snowflakes. So, and what was better about it was I didn't have to run it through all them times. I only had to run it through once and it gave me all these snowflakes. So, absolutely made up with that. So, I know you're all sitting there thinking, well, what's she going to do with them in a piece? They're all the same colour. Okay. This is just Mel having fun now. So I got my hands on that, on the die. Now, I had to wait. I got the stamp set last month and I got the die this month. But we're only in October. So, you know, in time for Christmas. So this time I'm going to do all my snowflakes on the background in the balmy blue. Okay, that's all I'm using in this background. And I'm just going straight from the ink to my paper. And I'm just turning my block around every time I stamp it up. Put ink on it, sorry. Stamp it up. And I'm going to go off all over the place. Yeah, so that worked out brilliant for me, being able to get the stamp set and then also get the die. Because, you see, my hubby loves me. And he happened to buy me a die cutting machine because he seen how bad my hands were getting. And he thought, oh, you know, I'll get a little treat. Aye. Mel bought all her own machines, believe me. Because if hubby had his way, this lot wouldn't be here. So, now because I seen that girl doing that round the edges of that sentiment, I wondered if I can do it on these snowflakes and put them on top. So we're going to try that. So I've just took a sponge and I've just thingied it in my ink and I'm just going round the edges of my little snowflakes. And I can hear you all now. You're all laughing. Thinking, what in the world is she at? Well, I'll show you at the end. See? Can you see the different colour? It's just give it that little pop. So I'm going to carry on because I like that. And you know, I'm terrible. I sit and I watch YouTube and I watch some very strange and startling stuff on YouTube, as I'm sure you've all come across. And you see, by the time I come off, I go on there looking for ideas and on Pinterest, as we all do, looking for ideas coming up to Christmas. And see, by the time I come off, my head is like spaghetti junction. And I couldn't put one piece of card on another piece of card to save my life. Okay. So I've got 3 large ones. So I'm going to go for a couple of these smaller ones. These are pretty. Oh, and I must remember, the girl that I was watching said that odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. So I'm only going to do 2 of these little ones. So that means I just have 5 snowflakes instead of 6. But she said it looked better like that. So I want to see, because I might start doing all my cards like that. Okay, so put my sponge away again because I'll end up covered in it. And I'm now going to put these snowflakes just randomly on my card. And I need this fine tip because she also told me that I needed to get fine tips for using these dies so that I could stick them down without getting mess everywhere. Mel always gets mess everywhere anyway. I fell out with Tombo now as well. Yeah, ended up with a sticky mess all over the place. So I'm going to stick that down over there. Then I'm going to get one of my little ones and I'm going to put this on as well. Oh God, here she goes with the glue. but I don't want these popping up, you see. Well, popping off my card, so they need to be stuck down properly. Okay. In actual fact, I do like them sticking up a little bit, so I might just leave them sticking up a little bit, just to see what effect I can get, because I can always go in at the end if I don't like it and stick it all down again. Surely I can. Oh Mel, everybody's going to think you're a right nut job. So while I was on the YouTube anyway, I was watching all these different crafters, and they're all making these absolutely gorgeous stuff, and telling me I needed to get this and telling me I needed to get that. So for the last few months they keep going on about this stash, building up your stash. Well, you see, if I get any more stash I'll not be able to get through the door. But I had to get it because all the ones on YouTube said that I needed this stuff. So I had to go and get it. Oh, look at that now. Isn't that just gorgeous? So one of these girls on the YouTube told me that I definitely needed to get Wink of Stella. She said it just gives your whole project a lift. So I got some of the Wink of Stella and I went for clear, because I thought, well, if I'm using colours then it'll just look lovely laying on top of the clear. So I'm just going to brush. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's better than using glitter and it doesn't get everywhere. Isn't that just lovely? I am going somewhere with this, to be honest with you. I am. So just bear with. I'm just going over all these snowflakes that I've just put on in that lovely purple colour. Two of my favourite colours on this card now. So can you see all that shimmer? No, I don't think my camera's picking it up. Not to worry, it is there though, I promise you. You've just seen me do it. Now this girl that I was watching was also, she was going on about gutting a cardstock. And I thought, oh my God, you only gut a fish. So anyway, she showed us how you can do it. So, you need a ruler. This is what this girl told me that I needed. So, I had to go out and buy one specifically, okay? And it has to have a metal edge. And what she said was, if you put that on your card, and you also buy, you watch, I'll not be able to find it now. Oh dear. Let me see. It was a crap one that I bought anyway. Right. No, that's a pokey tool. Okay. Alright, so I went to the shop and I bought a craft knife. I flipping hate these things. Because she told me about this gutting. So what she said was, if you're doing layers, you can take your layers and you can cut out the centre and nobody will know. And it saves on your cardstock. So I thought, well, that's brilliant. So that's what I'm doing at the minute. This is called gutting. Now she made it clear that you didn't go right up to the very edge And don't press down too hard on your knife. To give it a couple of passes rather than one thick, heavy one. So 2 should be enough, shouldn't it, really? And I'll just get that little bit there because I've just missed it. So 2 passes, 2 light passes should really be enough. But honest to God, I thought you'd only gutted fish. I didn't know you could gut cards. There's a woman who can't stand fish. Right. So again, I'm just going to do like she said and do 2 little light passes. Because I can always go in with my scissors afterwards, doesn't matter. So that's a brilliant job, brilliant tip of that lady. I can't remember her name now. It'll come back to me. So she said this is what all the professionals do to conserve on their cardstock. Well, I'll tell you what, if they do it, then I can do it. I'm just having to cut it a bit with my scissors, well, my snips, because I didn't quite catch it with that blade, and I really don't want to go back in again with that blade. Because she told me only to do a couple of light passes. Well, that's what I've done. There you go. So I can save this now for something else. And I'll bring back my little layers. And we're going to put this card together. So I need that one to go on top of the blue, like I did with my other card. And then this one's going to go on top of my purple. I might have to cut a bit off, actually. No, should be alright. So she told me that nobody would ever see this and nobody would know any of the difference. So we're just going to see. Because if I don't like it, I can take it apart. It's only cardstock. And I can always put another piece back in with it in the middle. Oh God, that looks awful, doesn't it? Looks like a frame. And do you think people really think it's Christmassy with the colours that I've chose? Mind you, saying that though, it's come out of my imagination, so. And I've sat down and I've took the time to make it, so it doesn't really matter, does it? It's what I decided I was going to use. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, what I'm thinking of doing is cutting a piece of this off and putting my sentiment, like a layered effect, like I did on my card base. What do you think? So I'm bringing my very vanilla piece back from my other card, and I'm going to use the same stamp. Every snowflake is unique. And what colour do I'll do it in the blue again. And it doesn't matter which way the stamp's up because I'm going to cut round it anyway, so. Now, it's not even stamped straight. How can I do that? Well, what I'll do is I'll just straighten it up as I'm cutting it. What do you think? looks alright. It's not straight, but it's not meant to be perfect. It's supposed to look handmade. So I'm now going to take my blue piece, my Highland heather piece, and I'm now going to lay that on there. I must admit though, that is really wonky. So I need to leave a little border around this now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these dimensionals, if I can separate my card. Oh my God, is this so off? Okay, so there's my little sign. No, I can't put it down there because I don't want it to look. I can put it there though. And then because of all this YouTube stash that I've built up, I've got some gorgeous gems. Now, here's the thing with gems. This one girl I was watching said that you could buy them anywhere and they're not that expensive. But then this other girl that I was watching said if you have alcohol markers, you could colour them in. Well, I have all kinds of markers now thanks to YouTube, but I didn't think of that before I seen the video. So I'm going with the ones that I bought in the shop. So I'm just going to scatter a couple around, because I told you that girl told me that odd numbers are better than even. I don't know if I'm doing all this right, you know. So there's my second card that I've made, thanks to this girl on YouTube. What do you think? I think it's absolutely lovely. My fella would love to get a card like that. Okay, now we're getting on to card number 3. So I was watching this other girl. And she was telling us about these paints. So of course I had to go out and buy some. And I bought every one that was available. But I didn't quite know how to use them. So I read up on them. On the back here it says you can use them on fabric, and you have to heat set it to cure the ink, and other materials, heat setting and required, non-toxic and acid free. Well, apparently that's really big in the crafting world, non-toxic and acid free. So I thought, well, they must be really good. So then when I was trawling through YouTube, there was a girl on there and she was showing me what I could do with them. Oh my God, you would not believe the things that you can do with them paints, them inks. So she showed me her re-inkers for her ink pads. And what she done was mixed some re-inker with water and then put like 5 drops of that. Can you see all the shimmer in there? I'm sure you can see all that. And she done the same with the other colour she was using as well. Only this time she didn't use a stamp pad. No, she didn't use the ink pads at all. No. And I was quite a bit worried because I didn't know where she was going with it. So what she done was, remember when she cut out all them snowflakes? Well, she kept hold of the background of it. You know, the part you would normally toss in the bin, thinking, oh, what can I use that for? Nothing. But she kept hold of hers, and what she done was, she got some washi tape. Now, I know everybody has washi tape. I have tons of the stuff, but I like scrapbooking and planning and what have you, so that's my excuse. But YouTube told me I needed washi tape. So anyway, what she done with her washi tape was, she took that waste and she put it over the top of the base of her card. Okay, and she turned it over and she sort of lined it up, but not exactly lined it up. And then she put the tape on the back. She only used 2 pieces. I probably used more than what she used. And then what she done was, she brought in a cardboard box, just like that one. And she set that in there, which I thought was quite strange, but I thought, oh, I'll just watch and go along with it. So then she took her 2 sprays and gave them a shake to mix up all that ink paint thing. So she's just shaking them. And then what she done was, which I thought was quite bizarre, didn't know where she was going with it, she started squirting in a box. And then she went in with the other colour, and I thought, oh my God, what's she doing? Woman's lost her mind. And I probably put more ink in that than what I meant to, but hey ho, the re-inkers. So that's what she done with it. And I thought, that looks a bit of a mess to me. But then I'm just going to go back in with some more purple. That blue is... So that's what she done with it. And then she said you'd have to leave it till it dried. Well, I thought, well, that dried pretty quick. So then she took it out, being very careful, and got rid of a box. And she turned it over again. And what she done, being really careful, was she peeled off that washi tape, if you'd have nails. Oops. Washi tape was a bit too strong. Should have fuzzed it up first. And that's what she was left with. Isn't that just gorgeous? Well, I definitely had to give that a go. And that was all by using the waste. So I'm going to keep hold of that, so I can make some more Christmas cards. And you wouldn't believe that just with 3 inkers and that paint stuff, would you? And it's just all nicely merged, nicely. Looks stunning. I'm made up with it. So, what I decided to do was, because I already had the stamp set and the die set, I thought, it's missing something. It's really missing something. So I thought, you know what, I'll buy the embossing folder as well to go with it. And this is called swirls and curls, that's it. And I thought, well, I don't really want to cover my whole design. So I thought, well, I can just use a piece at the bottom. But I don't know. But I could always spray that shimmer stuff on there as well, or go over with that Winker Stella stuff that the other girl told me to get. Yeah, I'm going to cut a piece off. But what I might do first is take me ruler, turn it over, so this time I get a proper straight edge, and go over it with a pencil. And I just done it the width of me ruler. You have to have a good pair of scissors there as well. So anyway, there's my piece that I cut off, and I thought I'll lie that at the bottom, but it's still missing something. I'm going to give this a spray with one of the other colours of the ink that I got. That one's empty. Oh dear. Where's my other colours? We'll pretend we'll use the Winker Stella, but it's the clear one. So we'll pretend she'll not know. She'll think I've just sprayed it with that spray stuff again. They are, look, you can't even tell the difference. Look at that. But it's still missing something. So I spotted this ribbon, and it's in like that balmy blue colour. I don't think they sell it anymore though, but I thought, well, I'm grabbing it while they've got it, because you know me and blue, I love blue. So I thought that would go lovely on there. So I thought what I'll do first is, I'm not going to gut this one because it just sounds nasty. So I'm just going to layer my cardstock up. Now make sure we get it lined up with the equal border. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll put my ribbon on first, I think, before. No, I'll put it on the bottom of this one. Yeah, so I need tape for this. And I'm just going to use this thin tape because it doesn't really want a big thick piece. But this was another one again that the girl told me was really good and I needed. How many minutes have we got? 44 minutes. Now she did warn me that you do have to burnish it with your bone folder. Oh, that was another thing she told me I needed as well for making cards. Apparently every card maker needs a bone folder. I always thought I could use the edge of my scissors or whatever, but apparently not. Okay, so we now need to either cut this off or wrap it round the back. I'll cut some of it off. Because I don't really want it to be really bulky because it's going in the post. All my stuff's just scattered. So while I was picking up that embossing folder, I thought, oh God, there's them glue dots that everyone keeps telling me about. I need some of them. So pick them up while I was getting my embossing folder. Brilliant, so handy and so convenient. Everything just at your fingertips. Which is more than I can say for my craft room. So I'm going to fold that over onto, look, I put that glue dot up a bit too high. But isn't that just lovely, that shimmer? Made up with that. And that was just by using them ink pad, re-inkers that you get to load your ink up again when it starts wearing out a bit. Hang on. Getting ahead of myself. I wanted to stick this piece on the back of that piece. So I'm going to put that on. Can't even see straight, let alone cut straight. So I need to cut these edges. Hang on, I need to know how long it is first. Boy, do I ever need to cut them edges. I'm going to trim these edges first.